Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Hannah Dye, and I'm really excited for today's video. If you guys can tell by the title, we're going to be doing a what? 60 bucks gets a couple of two, well 65 bucks I guess, 64 plus tax, whatever, for a couple of two. And this is from two stores, Aldis and a new place here in Oklahoma City called Public Wholesale. It's on the northwestern side. It's about a 20-minute drive for us, so yeah. Anyway, Jared's getting the Aldi stuff, and I want to talk a little bit about this Public Wholesale place. Let me show you what we got from this one place for 32 bucks. You won't believe it. Everything you see in this basket, ignore the bread, that's from Aldi's, was $32. Every single thing you see in this basket. This place, the way it works is they have black bins. A lot of the stuff is either about to go bad, going bad, or it's close to expiration, but it's still good. They had a lot of bananas, though, that were not too ripe or anything. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just walked up all of our stairs, and yeah, baby can't handle it. They have a lot of berries and stuff like that. And the way it works is you have either a orange cart for $70 or a black bin for $30. And you get to fill them up as high as you want, and that's the price you pay. So if you want to get however many of the limit is for each item, you can, and fill it up to the top. There's some pretty amazing stuff in here. And I'm also going to share with you guys, I can't talk, the price of what this would have cost us from Aldi's as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this is what we got for $32. That was with tax. It was $30 for a bin. Ridiculousness. We just looked on Aldi's, and then we had to find one of the items, the shakshuka. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Bowls. We had to look those up online. It came out to 75-ish bucks, which we did it off Aldi's because that's where we normally shop. So yeah, and some of the stuff that they had on Aldi's, they didn't have in the same quantity. So if you did the amount of that, like this one on Aldi's was only 8 ounces. They didn't have a 10-ounce one, so I just did it based off 8 ounces. So definitely 100% worth going. If you like produce, we definitely do. So I'm going to take you on a little tour. Alright, so let me show you what we got. So we got these shakshuka bowls. I said that really weird. By the way, they're vegetarian and gluten-free, which is kind of cool. So, like, if you have an issue with gluten, that might be something you like. But we got these for Jared's work. It looks like, kind of like a little egg and some chili kind of stuff. Yum. So, anyway, so we got those for Jared's work. We also got 2 things of lettuce. Now, some of these things had limits. Jared, do you remember if the lettuce had a limit?
It was a limit, too. 2.
So we got exactly, I thought it was more than that. Anyway. We got exactly the limit. I was only going to get 1, but they're pretty small. As you can see, I'm planning on eating them for lunches, so I figured that might as well go ahead and get 2. We also got cucumbers. Now, keep in mind, there's only 2 of us, so we do have to be careful what we grab so it doesn't go bad, or else it kind of is pointless. But I did get lots of cucumber because I eat cucumbers, and I believe the limit was 6 of them. Garlic, the limit was 6, so we went ahead and got 6 of them as well. Raspberries, strawberries, actually, I think it was all the berries, wasn't it, babe? We're limitless. I think so, yeah. So you could have got, I mean, I was looking on Aldi's, so for 1 pound, these are 2 pound, this is a 2 pound bin. For 1 pound, it's about $4.30. So if you would have got just 3 of these containers, it would have paid for the entire amount that I got here. So like 3 2-pound containers from Aldi's would be the exact same amount as everything I got in this video, which is ridiculous. I do plan on freezing these, by the way, for smoothies, because I really like smoothies, but produce is very pricey nowadays. So, also got these, which would have been $3.30 at Aldi's. They, I think this one had no limit as well. The tomatoes, babe, do you remember? I thought those were a no limit. Or, I don't know. Anyway, you could have got more than 1. I only got 1 because I'm trying not to waste the product. Just because I can fill it up doesn't mean I'm, need to. We also got some bananas. These are pretty close to being, I mean, they're ready. They're ready to be eaten or frozen. So I'm going to have to do those today and tomorrow. But I went ahead and grabbed them like that because I wanted to start using them now. I also got a mini watermelon. Would have been about $4.30 at Aldi's. Then I also got, oh, I'm out of breath, sorry. Some flour tortillas. These, I believe, did not have a limit on them. Or the limit was pretty big. I think it was like 5 if there was a limit. Which is great. We probably next time will get more of these and freeze the ones we're not using, because we do Taco Tuesday basically every week, or even tacos like twice a week depending on how we're feeling. So this would definitely be something we could use in the future. We actually had just gone to Aldi's before we went here. We weren't even planning to go to this place today. So, yeah, that was a bit of a bad choice because we probably should have gone here first and then Aldi's, because some of the things we got at Aldi's we could have got at this place, which is kind of cool. Also got some English muffins, which we don't normally buy. In fact, I don't know when we ever bought these, but they'll make really good breakfast sandwiches for Sundays or for Jared to take to work. And the limit on these, I believe, was like 3 on these, possibly. This one, I believe it's a limit of 1 or 2. It was a cod fillet. You can tell it's huge. Now, cod is not one of those fishes that is like very glamorous or anything. However, this would have been 15 bucks, so that's already half the price of the cart. So we went ahead and picked it up because we can slice it up and fry it in the oven, like kind of like a oven-fried cod. Like I said, it's not a very flavorful fish, so you really have to do a lot of doctoring up. But we thought it would still be really good to have for an extra protein kind of source. I don't know if cod has protein. It probably does. The last thing we got were broccoli florets. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned. I did. But it's baby spinach, which will also probably be mostly frozen because I can use it in my smoothies. But yeah, broccoli florets, which is funny because we had said when we got in the car that we forgot them from Aldi's. So that was a really, really big blessing. So yeah, $32. Ridiculousness. Honestly, I don't know where else you can find such good deals because it would have been $75 for everything we picked up. And honestly, if you like got that black crate that they have and you would have stuffed it properly, or I think we did a pretty good job, but you would have like really utilized it, then I think you would have actually probably, you know, had more of a turnaround, I guess. But yeah, we're not upset at all. I mean, this was a really big blessing because a lot of the stuff we typically do without because it's like extra items like the berries and whatnot. So super, super excited for that. Now I'm going to show you guys what we got at Aldi's for the other half. What's funny is, this was not planned, but it was $32 exactly for the stuff from this place, and Aldi's was $32 and some change. So, let me show you what $32 at Aldi's got us. Basically the same amount of stuff, just different stuff, but let me show you. Okay, so, sorry about the lighting change, it just got dark out, so I had to put everything else up. This is from Aldi's, so this is what we got for 32 bucks. Definitely more stuff, arguably, than the other place, but we did get meat items from here. And the other place, a lot of the items that we got would have been pricier items, if that makes sense. So, gotta catch my breath. I'm sorry, guys. I'm struggling. So, we got some rice for teriyaki beef. We do like ground beef with teriyaki sauce on top of rice with broccoli. So, we had the broccoli from the other place. It's a super cheap meal Jared will make. I also got this as like a water drop. These are 0-calorie drops. I drink Plexus, which is watermelon flavored, and it's so, so good, but sometimes I want, sorry, although Plexus is like an actual vitamin thing, sometimes I just want to add some flavoring to my water to get my hydration, so I got that. I also got some split top wheat toast, some corn tortillas, marinara sauce. I got one of these like shake and bake kind of things for some chicken I have, for salads, carrots, baby bellas with some tomato paste for some Irish stew. That's what, well, that's not for Irish stew, but Irish stew, and that's also for it. We have some stew meat up in our freezer. Ramen for Jared to take to work. I got a Gatorade for me just because it has electrolytes, and yeah, I got a 0 sugar one. Also got a half gallon of milk, spaghetti noodles, and some Franks. And this is what $32 got us at Aldi's. So obviously, it's completely different spectrums of grocery items. These are more shelf items than freezer items or fridge items. I will say, out of the two places, the better deal was definitely the other place, which was worth $75 from Aldi's. If I would have got that stuff here, it would have looked about the same as this, and it would have been double the price of what all this is. So anyway, that is what $32 got, not 32, 60, whatever. $64, $65 got a couple of 2 in Oklahoma City. Honestly, groceries are going up so bad, and it was kind of a blessing that we found that place where you can fill the carts with all the produce, because I'll eat it a lot. I know Jared will as well, and basically what we paid for groceries for almost 2 weeks, we'll probably have to get a few items here and there, is the exact same we paid for a single tank of gas. So I wasn't planning on taking y'all with me as I kind of clean this stuff and get it ready, but I thought I would go ahead and show y'all what I've done so far. I have strawberries that are soaking in a little bit of vinegar water, just a tiny bit of vinegar. I've heard that it helps to clean them out a little bit better and to keep them fresh longer, so that's why I'm doing them like that before I freeze them. I guess they're not going to be fresh because they'll be frozen, but I just want them to be as clean as possible. And these will get rinsed maybe 2 or 3 times before I'm comfortable enough to cut them up and put them in bags. Excuse me. And then I also have here raspberries. Now these, I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of floaties in there. And I also saw a couple bug-looking things in there. So I'm definitely going to have to do a lot of cleaning on these. Raspberries, I always have to do cleaning on before I eat them anyway. Not that we ever buy them, but yeah. Here I have corn tortillas. These are the ones that came in this bigger, well, not a bigger, but there's 80 of them. We don't need 80 tortillas anytime soon. So these 2 are going to go in the freezer, frozen for a little while, just to preserve them. So we're probably not going to have to buy tortillas for a while, unless we decide we want flour tortillas at some point. But we also have that 1 pack. And then these will keep probably in the fridge until, while we use them. I left 2 of the bananas out like this because I'll eat them on a sandwich or something. But I did take the rest, and they're currently freezing on a cookie sheet so that they don't stick together when I put them in a baggie. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Jared's in the kitchen cleaning. And I also want to mention, after I took these out, look at the size of some of these strawberries. Honestly, the quality is a lot better than the ones I usually get. I will say I did have to sift through a lot before I found some that were, see, that's a little bit nasty looking. I'll have to cut that off. Before I found some that weren't like super moldy or anything. But honestly, the quality is pretty good. I mean, you'll find a couple here and there that are going to need a nice extra cleaning or whatever, or they need a little bit of pruning, I suppose. But overall, I'm pretty impressed. Raspberries look pretty good. I mean, they have bugs in them like they normally do. But that's kind of how raspberries are, from my experience. Yeah, I don't know why I'm playing in this. This is disgusting. Anyway, so I'm going to do this and then I'll show you what everything looks like. Oh, by the way, I also have spinach. I don't know if I mentioned that. One of these will go, this top one no. This one, because it's the flattest of the 2, will go in the freezer. This one that I didn't really take that much care to make it flat will go in the fridge to use in smoothies until I'm ready to thaw the other one, because that one runs out. Or until I notice that I'm not using it fast enough and I end up having to put it in the freezer. But anyway, so I have those done. I wrote what it is on it, even though it's kind of explanatory, in case I ever get something else like this, say maybe some kale that I freeze, that kind of looks similar after the bag gets all frosted up. So it just kind of keeps it a little more organized, in my opinion. But anywho's, I'm going to finish all this up and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. So I'm going to show you how everything kind of fit and was done, I suppose. So I have the broccoli florets right here. Bag of spinach, which I like to freeze them laying down for a lot of the stuff. The bananas I froze on a tray and then put them in here, but I didn't freeze them long enough, so I wasn't able to get them flat or anything. But I think I froze them enough that they shouldn't stick together too bad. Strawberries, I got a whole bag. Well, okay, maybe it was like a half a gallon bag, but it lays flat like that. The only thing I will say that I probably won't be buying a whole lot of at this place are the raspberries. This was the best like containers I could find, and I only got about a container and a half. So about half of it was bad, or I guess technically a quarter of what I bought was stuff that I had trouble getting off, and it's really hard to cut the bad parts off raspberries because they just kind of turn to mush. So that's how it worked for us. I'm about to do, oh, I also have the corn tortillas, by the way. I'm about to do the watermelon, but here's where I'm going to leave y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this little grocery haul, I suppose. If you guys have any questions about anything, I don't know, just anything, put them down in the comments and I'll answer them for you. See you in the next one. Bye.